What was Robbin Crosby, from Renee L. Greco, what was Robbin Crosby like from the time you two were kids until adults? He seemed like a very talented, intelligent person with a tragic ending in his life. And that is so true. Thank you so much for that question. He was a wonderful, wonderful man. Another example of breaking up with somebody and still remaining friends and not talking BS about them after the fact. I saw Rob up until the day he died. I didn't see him a week prior to when he finally called his roadie. He called his roadie to come pick him up and take him home, and he did his final shot dose of heroin. He didn't want to live the way that he was living anymore. He wasn't going to survive what he had contracted anyway, so he just felt, I guess, that it was better for him. And as much as that killed me, as much as that hurt me to hear that he had done that, I felt a relief for him. If there was a chance that he was going to get better, I would have gone up there and smacked him, you know, and said, "What are you doing?" But I totally understood it. When you saw him, he had, one thing that he'd really enjoyed was when I'd come to visit him, he wanted me to bring him peppermint schnapps, which the nurses didn't want him to have. But it was like, he's dying. Why can't he have the one thing that he wants? Peppermint schnapps and Mexican food, which is what we lived off of when he was in Phenomenon, which was a prelude to Rat, the band Rat, because a lot of the guys from Phenomenon went on to Rat. After gigs on Friday and Saturday nights, where we made maybe only $15 a night, each guy in the band, we would run through Alberto's Mexican restaurant drive-through. We couldn't even have enough money to sit down at a table and eat Mexican food. So he wanted his Mexican food and his peppermint schnapps. And I brought it to him. I hid it for him underneath the sink in the bathroom, and I didn't listen to the nurses. I mean, come on. What are you gonna do? The guy's dying, you know? And really, there's like not a day that goes by that I don't think about him, that I don't wish that he was just, even though it'd be selfish of me, even though he would still be sitting in that room, in that bedroom, in that old folks home. He was too big. He'd gotten so big that they couldn't keep him at the hospital anymore. They put him in an old folks home on La Brea up in Los Angeles. And I would drive from Newport Beach to LA, which is a good hour and a half, 2 hour drive every 2 weeks. And yeah, but I was about to drive up and I heard he had done that, and I was devastated, to say the least. But at the end of the day, completely understood that he didn't want to live in that kind of pain anymore. So he was highly intelligent, extremely bright, so funny. He was sexy. He was everything you would look for in a man. Everything. And his life, how it ended, did not represent his life when he was alive. He was vibrant, and he just loved life. And for him, this was a death sentence before he even took his own life, which is ultimately what ended up happening. So thank you for that question.